Yes, God. Yes, Allah. Yes, energy. Today, I wanted to be clear. What I'm doing is not for subscribing, or it's not for for viewers. It's not for entertainment. It is it's for you. It's for you to wake up. It's for you to bring out the God within, to awaken that to take control of the body that is you, that is the solid part of you. And you can teach it to others, or you can tell others about it, and you can set yourself free. I am who I am because I am, and everything is decided when I let it happen. And I mean you and me. We're thyself. Know thyself. You let everything happen. Either you know it unknowing or knowingly, let things happen, or you're responsible. At least when you are awake, when you know what is happening, or when you know thyself, that you are God, or Allah, or Buddha, or Christ, whatever you want to call the energy. Remember, I told you this is, I started this with child abuse. My channel is God You Hate, the God You Hate, which is you. And now I want to bring you to the values. You see, we live in a world of values. People like to value themselves. What is the like a currency? Like money is a value. Weight is a value. Length is a value. I can go on and go on. So when you value anything outside of you and not value yourself, first of all, what is your value? What is your worth? What are you? Excuse me a second. There we are. Okay, let's hope it stays there today. Okay. What is you worth? When I say this, another question comes in mind. You see, when you are born, you have to ask you more. Some people like to evaluate their kid when they start seeing what's happening, what this world is about. They start valuing things, like valuing things. These are my people, or these are people who speak like me, who talk like me. Like these are Ugandans, or these are Kenyans, or these are West Africans, or these are East Africans, or these are British, or these are Europeans, or these are all these values, evaluating people and putting value on them, what they're worth. Like right now we have the third world countries, and of course there is the second world and the third world countries. It's very stupid, but this is how mankind has decided to evaluate. So what value are you? Don't listen one person. It is still a repetition. What do I mean? Every time you listen to one person or one group of people and take their words, it doesn't matter if they're true or false, you are going to put it in your program. Now, a program, for some of you who don't understand a program, programming is what we call the computer. A computer, it's what we think is done in the computer. You put a program and the computer follows it. What we don't understand is the program has always been there. We have been doing it to each other, or to other human beings, to our fellow human beings. The program is like the seed you put in someone, the words you say to someone, or the pain and the suffering you put in someone. That's a program. You see, when you are born, you are given, you don't know anything. So basically you are like a computer, brand new from the manufacturer before he puts in the software. So in this case, let's say you are that computer that's manufactured, that's been brought into existence. Okay? Now, the program is the software, the information you're going to receive, the things you're going to see, the things you're going to hear, the languages you're going to speak. Those are the programs. So how do you make a computer work? You put a software, you put a program in there, and the computer will run that program. Same thing with the human being. You put information in there. That's why you go to training. That's why you go to school. The school is a training. You're being programmed, you're being trained, you're being given software. Okay. The software, so that information you're given at school is the software that is going to run this body, because this body needs that software, that knowledge. That's why these are just words or spells that you have to understand. Software, program, knowledge, information, that is all one word. You can debate it for however you want, but this is what it is. So I'm breaking it down because this is a class for dummies, not for so-called smart people, or we are in the class for dummies, basically the demons, people who are wanting to get out of the underworld, the devil, people who want to get out of this hell. Now you want to come out into the light, like that narrative of some story or allegory of the cave, the men who lived in the cave, and the only thing they could see, they were left and born in the cave, and the only thing they could see is the shadows outside of the opening of the cave, reflecting on the wall. So those, whatever they saw bad, every day they see this light come out, they didn't know what it was, and the shadows or people or noises or chanting, what they didn't even understand if this chanting was the same as the human, or they didn't know what was a human or what was a bird, or what, they didn't know these things. So that story, the narrative or the allegory of that story, was to tell you that the story of the cave is about you looking at the screen, looking at the program you've been given, and you can't make sense of it. You understand? So when you look at that on the wall, you're seeing those shadows, you don't understand them. But you're trying, your brain is designed to go on a quest, or take you on an understanding, on a thinking. You know, the brain is designed to put puzzles together, to solve problems. That's what the brain is made for, to solve problems in this place we call Earth. Because we are part of this creation, but this creation is always creating, and it has to find out what it is creating, because it's creating other things, and it's a process that keeps on going. So let's take the example, a bicycle. A bicycle, okay, the machine, you know, the energy giver, you get on the bicycle. The first time you ride a bicycle, you fall many, many times. Okay. The allegory for the bicycle is saying that it's easy as riding a bicycle. You see, child abuse or bad things, or any program that is being installed on you will run automatically. It will come to you as easy as riding a bicycle. That's why you see, when you're born in drinking, or when you're born around rich people, or when you're born around poor people, you're almost likely to be poor or be rich where you were born. If you're born in the army, or when you're raised in the army, things you see done there, that's more, you have a 99 chance of being like that, or let's say 80-90 chances of being exactly like what you're raised to be, where you are raised. The program, the bicycle, is you going back to train, to program, to understand, to ride that bicycle every day, so you can fall and get back on, and fall and get back on, and fall and get back on. You see? Because what happened is you learn the same thing with the car. If you've never driven, you drive, and they'll tell you, oh no, turn this way, step the brakes, and you get people to scream at you. Sometimes you get good teachers, sometimes you get bad teachers. But the way you're trained to ride the bicycle or do those things, you're more likely to do that in your life without you knowing. They will run in the background. It's like when you learn how to ride a bicycle, sometimes you let your hands off, and you feel like, oh, now I can control. Well, basically what you're doing is you've lost control of the program. The bicycle is the program. So now you're just riding with your hands off, not controlling anything, just taking in the scene, looking at what's happening, checking it out, and yeah, saying yes, 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 because you are so good at riding that bicycle that you don't even need your hands to be there to move it to the directions you want. It's just going, and you're just looking around, you know. And it's always nice to stop and ask questions. Taking the scenery, look at what's happening. Same thing in a car. When you're driving the car, there's an arrow where you drive a car from point A to Z, meaning you've not seen everything from B until Y. You've not seen anything, you know. Because what happens is if you're driving a long distance, you black out and you don't even know. You just keep talking to your friend or talking to or looking out the window, but you don't even know, you don't pay attention to the car because you are that good. You know, you are that good with that program. You have mastered that program. So now you can let that program run without you. You can just sit in the car. You know what to do. You run. You just drive. Or just ride the bicycle. So the programs, you want to ask yourself, the lessons that you've been taught, you have to stop and ask, how does this bicycle manage to keep me awake or keep me going? It looks lighter, I can lift it, but it's designed. How was it designed? Who designed it? What was they thinking? You know, the same thing with the car. You have to stop and ask about that program. What is in this program? Why is this bicycle the way it is? Is there another type of bicycle I can make? If your mind is designed to, if you have gotten a lot of information, you most likely to execute this. You might go on the quest because you asked the question. Now you're going on the quest to find how you can solve another problem. You see, when you beat a child or when you constantly yell at the child, you threaten them, you put their mind on shutdown, on lockdown, like what they did to fear is the number one thing for lockdown. The mind goes in lockdown. Like right now, when they told people, oh, there is this disease or this death that is roaming around the world, everybody went in lockdown. They locked down their mind to think. They don't think because of fear. It has gone into lockdown. So they never ask, where did it come from? Why is it here? Who started this? And why did they start it? Is it something that is been here all this time? And if so, is it taking more lives? And who said it's supposed to be here for the rest of its time? Is it passing through? Does it happen every time? I try to send some videos. People don't understand that the world always is changing, you know. And for you who know the David or the divider or the devil or the demon or the demons, for us who understand our devil and inside divider, because what devil or shaitan is a divider. It's the same side of the coin, the two sides of the coin. You are the two sides of the coin. You have the devil and you have the God. Okay, you have the angels and you have the demons, or the demon, whatever you want to. You have the two sides of the coin. You have Allah, you have the shaitan. Shaitan is an adversary. An adversary is An adversary it's not something that is bad. It's just something like when you see when people go in and watch, for you who like to watch sports, you want to go and watch your team versing the other team. Okay? That's what is happening. So the adversary is the devil. So the other team is always going to be the devil, the divider. So what is happening? The adversary is coming in and is always putting you on the toes. It's always checking you out. You know. And who's going to win? Who are you going to feed? The angel or the demon? Like the allegory of the wolf. There is the wolf inside you that is the good wolf, and there's the so-called bad wolf. But it's the one you feed that will grow. You understand? But that's an allegory. What do you have to happen? What has to happen is you have to bring these two together. The one that is always doubting, the one that is in your head always saying, I don't like that. This is not me. I don't like eating that. I don't like looking at that. Those are disgusting. What is that? And the other one that is always say, why not? Yes, you can. Well, we can't do that. It's just something the other people eat it. They do that every time. Then you start debating inside. You start talking. The adversary is there to make you understand, to make you, the divide is there so that you can understand how to be a proper judge of everything around you. You know, if you're always going to be listening for someone to tell you what is best for you, that's not going to happen. They're going to always tell you what they want for you. And you are a jealous God. You don't like when you see that you didn't solve something by yourself, you will unknowingly do something that is hurtful to you, or hurtful to people you care about, or hurtful to the people around you. Because you are a jealous God. You followed someone else and they led you astray, and now your revenge is to revenge to yourself, getting addictions and keeping them and lying about them. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do I don't sleep around with other women. I don't like so much laying around. I don't like eating too much. And everything is showing in front of you. We see them, but you lie about them like, oh, I'm not greedy. I'm not greed. I'm not. You have all the money, but you're saying you're not greedy. You see, it's an adversary that you need. You know, if the adversary wasn't, if you feed the adversary your dark side, your devil, it will grow and pass. But remember, whatever goes up must come down. When you go up, you must come down. That's the way it works. So what you have to do is to be level, because what stays in matrimony, what stays in the level in between, it doesn't have to go way down and it doesn't go way up. It's there. It can go up or go down. But if it stays there, it is level. You know, it's level. So you have to have a level head. You know, don't use your emotions, your feelings, how you feel about people, other people, how to feel about some people who look black, or some people who look brown, or some people who look white, or people, whatever colors you like to, you know, hate on, or be disgusted about, because it's still you. It's still the creator. It's still the God. It's still the Allah. It's still the Buddha. So that's why you have all these divides, these teams, you know, these teams, these armies, these these legions of murderers and legions of, because they are divided. There's always going to be a divider. There's always a devil, like the cross. The cross is the cross of the divide between the winter and the summer. Okay, the divide between the sun and the moon is always there. That's why I show you it. Some people, I show you this video where the sun here in the north would stay until some parts of the world the winter will stay for more than 9 months. You know, out of the year, there's a long winter in the Nunavut or Yukons, you know, in the Nunavut area there. You know, farthest you go in the north, the winter stays longer, you know. But so does the summer. Summer has the way in other parts of the world that stays longer. Like in Uganda, they don't have winter, you know. I was born in a place where there was no winter. I never seen a snow in my life until I moved to the north. When I moved to the north, I see the world is always going to change. The divide is always going to be there. So you fearing what you don't know is very, very ungodlike. Because you're supposed to question what you don't know, and your mind will take you on the quest. That will by the help of the knowledge you have acquired. That's why you like to read books, so you understand more. But remember, inside you, if you ask those questions, your mind will take you on the quest, and you'll be content with who you are. Remember that analogy of the program, the bicycle, the car, whatever you go and put your same thing with other people. When you were raised with a certain group of people, you will most likely act like those people. Why? Because these are the people that your program in your mind has been programmed. You are programmed to those people. If those people act cowardice, you'll be acting cowardice. If those people act ruthless, they'll be acting ruthless. If those people acted calmly, you act calmly. You know, the chances are that 95% or 80 or 90% of the chance you will be like those people. And what happens if you wake up, if you are raised with everything calm in the middle, you will know when you go up or when you want to go down. If you want to go up, and how you can control those emotions. You know, the bicycle can always be very terrible, that you hit everything, you hit the wall in front of you if you don't keep your hands on the wheel and fall. Or even those who are good, every once in a while, the program that you run, people who are very good at something, they damage themselves with that thing. Meaning, even if you're a very good car driver, you cause one time or you get into an accident because of you not paying attention. It doesn't matter if you drunk or you are sober or you are druggy or you are, you know, if you didn't see the lion or the cow or the moose coming the way, you get into an accident because you were not paying attention. So pay attention when you're riding those programs, when you're moving in life with those things. Pay attention and always ask questions. If you don't know why these people do what they do, you ask them, why do you do that? What happened to you? In my place where I was born, it wasn't like this. Now I want to find out why you like this. You see, because you will find that they all have their problems, because everybody around the world have problems. But how do you deal with those problems? People who solve problems are the ones that become wealthy, very wealthy. And people who don't like solving problems, they'll stay very poor. Unfortunately, they'll be like the useless part of God. So we don't want to be that part of God, which is the demon, the lower side. So